Here momentarily, we'll ask Coach Calipari for some thoughts on the game, and then we'll take some questions. Go ahead.
Well, let me say this first. Mark Fox had an unbelievable game plan of what they were going to do to beat us. He platooned. Think about what he did. He totally changed how they were going to play because he knew it was the third game in 3 days. They went right after us inside. They put us in pick and rolls with our fives and let their guards go. The break that we had is when J.J. hurt his ankle. That was a big break for us because we couldn't guard him. If Georgia, like again, they're 10-8 in our league. They're one of the semifinalists. They should be in. Vanderbilt should be in this NCAA tournament. The team you just watched, the way they played, now they just won 5 games in a row. They won 5 straight games and had us beat most of the game. And we had what we needed at the end to kind of win the game. But, I just, that they're an NCAA team. Well, their record and this and that, they were 10-8 in our league. Wasn't like they were, they're a good team. And Mark, like I said, I said to my staff, I said, the dude's coaching his butt off today now.
All right, let's take questions for either of the players that are up. If you'll raise your hand, we'll get a floor mic to you. Hands up. Questions for either of the players. Hands up. Okay, let's go to the back middle.
How nice is it to be back playing in the championship game on Sunday?
Questions for who? Okay. You want to start, Tyler?
It's very nice. Last year we were here. It was a different story, but, being in this game is big for us. This is a team that we were co-champions with, so, we want to come out there and get the win.
Jamal?
Well, those two haven't played in it. They have not. They weren't here last year. These are 2 freshmen. So you don't have anything to say. You weren't here.
Okay, you good?
Do you want to ask them another question? Let her ask another one.
I'll rephrase it then. How nice is it after splitting the title in the regular season with Texas A&M to have a chance now to go on the court one last time before the NCAA tournament?
Tyler?
Me again? Like I said, it's great. We just want to go out there and get the win.
Jamal?
Coach, can I answer this one? We're just going to come up prepared and come up confident and focused. And, our team's ready to play. And, playing against somebody that beat us before, we're going to come fiery and hopefully on top.
Isaiah?
This is a team that coming in that we have to respect because going down to Texas A&M, they beat us the first time. And, if we play the way we play today and everybody clicks as a team, I think that we can come out to win.
Other questions for any of the players? Please raise your hand. Okay, on the aisle, go ahead.
Isaiah, it looked like Cal was on you pretty hard early, and then you kind of responded. What exactly was that conversation? And then at the end, too, what did he say?
Very private conversation.
As a coach, he demands the best out of you, and that's all he did. And I appreciate him for pushing me and to being somebody that obviously I didn't want to be at the time, which is the first half. But in the second half, he got the best out of me, and I performed.
Other questions? Raise your hand.
Did you appreciate me at halftime?
Now that the game over, yes. But at the moment, no.
All right, go ahead.
For Tyler, could you tell a difference after J.J. Kind of rolled his ankle there before and after the injury?
Not really. I feel like it was all the guards coming off the ball screens, getting in the lane, and I feel like we just made an adjustment. The coaches adjusted what we did defensively, and, they walled up higher, and that's what, helped us out on the ball screens.
Okay, let's go to the left side on the aisle.
I don't know if any of you guys watched Georgia's game against South Carolina last night, but it was a pretty hard-fought, grueling game. Do you think fatigue played a factor with them, and you guys were able to take advantage of that?
Question was for who? Excuse me?
All 3 of them.
Hey, Tyler?
We both played yesterday, so, I feel like we both just came out there and fought. And I feel like they came out in the first half, and they were really hot. And, it's hard for a team to stay that hot at all 40 minutes. And, we stepped it up defensively, and fortunately we came out to win.
Jamal?
They tried to play fast and try to up tempo the game, but we were able to play our speed and our pace, and it worked out for us, and we were able to get the win.
Isaiah?
I don't think fatigue played the factor because, like Tyler said, we both had a game yesterday. They came out hot in the first half, but it's 2 halves of a game, and you got to play a full game for 40 minutes.
Have time for one more question. Anyone for any of the players? All right, we'll excuse you. You can return to the locker room. Thank you. All right, hands up. Questions for Coach Calipari. Let's go ahead and start on the left aisle.
Cal, the hug for Charles, and was that about Charles or was that about Isaiah and what he wasn't giving you at that time?
No, I was happy for Charles. He's been struggling, and I'm trying to get him to understand the best version of him is unbelievable defender, sprint to court, slash for baskets, offensive rebound defensively, and fly. That's the best version of him. But it's hard because I want to do all this other stuff. I like shooting threes. I like doing, well, let's settle in and be your best version for your teammates and let them do the things that they do well. So, no, I was extremely happy for him. And it also, though, when you have that next man up mentality, the bench is our best friend as coaches. And what I want to see is, all right, you're not having it today, it's okay. Either Dom or Charles will bring in and come there and give it to us. You don't have it as a big man. We got 4 of you, and really we even went to Isaac today to see if any of them would get going, and we would have rode whoever, next man up. And then you're not, that's why your job is to make sure you are prepared. And in this NCAA tournament, that the more weapons you have, the more chance where foul trouble, bad play, it's not going to trip you up. You just go to somebody else. You play somebody different. And that's what I was happy about with this game. Scow, I looked, and again, I only played him a few minutes, and he had some fouls and all that. But the reality of it is Scow's playing really well and has been a difference maker for us. So when I meet with the team, I'm going to say the guy that's fresh tomorrow is going to be Scow. You didn't play today. So we need you to have a big game because you're going to be fresher than anybody on the court.
Other questions? Raise your hand, please. Hands up. Last call. Okay, on the aisle
Thank
right
you.
here. We got one
Go
more.
ahead.
Do you think Georgia's a tournament team?
I do. I mean, what I saw today, how they played today, they've won 5 in a row. So when you talk about teams, how they're playing at the end of the year, it's like us. If you would have rated us a month ago, you would have said, well, where do you see these guys? Now it's kind of like, like now all of a sudden, where do you see this? You want to ruin someone's season and misseed us, and we got to play somebody that they look and say, why are we playing Kentucky, and this is crazy. So that's part of it, and the same with Georgia, and the same with Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt had a tough loss against Tennessee. We lost to Tennessee. There are other teams that had tough losses in tournament play. They lost. Well, that doesn't affect them. Well, it shouldn't affect Vanderbilt. South Carolina should be in. They held out their best player for the NCAAs. They didn't want to, probably his own welfare also. But that shouldn't affect South Carolina. And obviously us and Texas A&M should be in. I think us and Texas A&M, we're fighting for a good seed. We want the highest seed we can get, the best chance to advance. But this is one of those years, I'm not sure that misseeding by 1 or 2 won't affect the team you misseed. It'll affect the team they're playing maybe, but.
Okay, left. We got 2 more questions. One there, and then we'll finish up on the right.
Did you see anything today that causes concern for tomorrow against Texas A&M?
No, I love what I saw. I love the fact that they shot 60% in the first half and didn't miss any shots, and we were hanging around. I love the fact that Isaiah shouldn't have played but about 3 minutes, and Charles went in and played so well and helped us. Love the fact that Scal struggled, and we went with a different lineup, and we played fine. I love how my guards played. I probably played them too many minutes, but love how they played, and I loved what Isaiah did in the second half. How about Alex in the second half? He gave us a goose egg in the first half. He now begins to say, okay, let me get this going. Well, he's not done that throughout his career. So this was a big day for Alex. And we played a really good team. I mean, that they're a very, very, like I said, they're an NCAA tournament team, and they're very good. And Mark had a great game plan. This is our third game in 3 nights. We're going to platoon. We're going to go in and out. It kind of screwed us up. We're looking like, daggone, do I need to sub? You know, what should I be doing here? And then they're making every shot. They made 60, I mean, they were making jump hooks, fadeaways, bank threes. They, you know, and when you're in this tournament, and you guys know, I've said it over and over, I'm not a big fan of 3 games in 3 days. I don't think it does anything for your team. But if we have to play tomorrow, we might as well try to win it now. But it prepares you for next weekend. And that's what I want to use these games for. And that was a great test. That was a war. We got down and we didn't stop. We kept playing. And they didn't go away. We had to make big plays and big rebounds down the stretch to even think about beating them.
Last question on the right.
Hey, Cal, considering you're talking about Georgia and Vandy getting into the tournament, does it concern you with the committee not having basically 10 basketball people? It's kind of a mishmash.
Why, Greg, are you looking at me smiling? I got the bully pulpit. Can I use it? I'm not going to use it. You know what? They got a tough job. It's tough to do this. What they have to do to pick this, and their jobs at stake, literally, their families at stake. And what we're all counting on is, what is the criteria? Stick to the criteria. What is it? And all of you on this committee, don't tell me you all have different criteria. Have the same criteria so that we know what we're trying to do to get the best seed and all that. I would tell you that, I like to tease them and tweak them to let them know that you're no different than anybody else, and if you become petty, it proves you're not. So I tweak them, and Greg knows I do it, the committee, and, give us a bad seed because I said this and this. Reality of it is they got tough jobs. They're all good people. I know who they are. They're good people. And I believe that at the end of the day, there's going to be some upset people, just how it is. There are going to be some happy people cheering and going nuts. And then my biggest concern is my own team and our path. Now, our path, as you know, because you followed us every year, will be the hardest path of anybody in the NCAA tournament. Sometimes they stick the Lakers in there to get that going. Somebody told me they're going to put Louisville back in the tournament in our path. It's how it is. We get a tough path, and that's fine. It hadn't hurt us. Been kind of exciting. Made the games good. But we will see.
Thank you.